So we have been talking about having a voice and speaking up for the last few weeks. Today's assignment asks you to talk about Alice Walker's voice and how she communicates her perspective and how she speaks up for issues that she believes. Okay, so for the last few weeks, we've been talking about how characters in this novel are finding their voice. They are attempting to and succeeding in standing up to their oppressors or standing up to whatever force is going against them. So now we're going to talk about Alice Walker herself and not necessarily the characters. Alice Walker, just like most authors, have a purpose. They want to convey some sort of message or meaning through their writing. So Alice Walker's voice can be seen through this novel, and your task is to simply answer some of the essential questions. There's no right or wrong answer because this is opinion-based. So some of the essential questions that you can use to guide your writing are: do you agree with the author's position on the themes she's addressing? Does she accurately portray men and women? What is your opinion of Alice Walker? Do you appreciate her voice? And why or why not to any of these questions? So this needs to be a 2-paragraph response. And again, there should be a clear focus and direction. It should not be a ramble. But you do not need to use all of these essential questions in your response. You can pick 1 or 2 that help you focus your writing, that you feel passionately about and you feel like you can speak upon. So what I would suggest doing right now is opening up a new Word document. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the essential questions and I'm going to copy them into the Word document. So the first one, again, do you agree with the author's position on the themes she's addressing? Does she accurately portray men and women? What is your opinion of Alice Walker? And then do you appreciate her voice? Why or why not? I want you to take a look at these 4 essential questions and decide on maybe 1 or 2 of them that you can really speak on. Do you agree with the author's position on the themes she's addressing? Well, some of the themes that she addresses are, let's see, the power of speaking up, the power of narrative, or in other words, the power of telling your story. And another one that I think is a strong theme here is the importance of strong female relationships. These are just a couple themes that I figured I'd throw at you. They're not the only ones, and you may have one that you have talked about in your class that you would feel more comfortable speaking upon. So if you feel comfortable talking about this, start free writing on if you agree with the author's position, and then focus your paragraph with a topic sentence. The best way to focus your paragraph with a topic sentence is simply by using the question as your first sentence. So your first sentence could go like, I disagree with the author's position on strong female relationships, period. Or I agree with the author's position on the theme of speaking up, period. See how I used the essential question as part of my topic sentence. The second essential question, does she accurately portray men and women? When you're thinking if this is a question you would like to talk about in your response, think about how does she portray women? How does she portray women? And how does she portray men? If you agree with her portrayal of men and women in The Color Purple, you could say she accurately portrays men and women in The Color Purple, period. For example, you could say she does not accurately portray men and women in The Color Purple, period. Or you could say, I believe that she accurately portrays women and not men. And then your focus would be one paragraph on how she portrays women and another how she portrays men. What is your opinion of Alice Walker? This is a tough one. And make sure if you respond to this question, what is your opinion of her? Make sure that you're not just using the novel as a basis for your opinion. Make sure you're also using all of the research and the videos and the articles that you read in the beginning of this unit to support your opinion. So don't, when you're doing research or when you're forming opinion, you use multiple resources, not just one. So if you would like to write on your opinion of Alice Walker, I would suggest not only using The Color Purple, but going back to the first week or two and rewatching some of those videos and rereading some of those articles. And then finally, do you appreciate her voice? Do you see value in it? Can you connect? Can you see, and if you can't connect, can you see value for other human beings? So when you do not need to do all of these, but pick one or two that you feel like you can strongly speak upon. Make sure you establish your paragraphs in a coherent manner. Use the question as your topic sentence. Discuss how you feel in your response, and then support your response with evidence, whether it's evidence from the movie, evidence from the text, or evidence from somewhere else in this unit. Once you have written your response, you can either copy and paste it into the discussion, or you can attach it to the discussion. But I would recommend doing it in a Word document first, just in case your computer shuts down, you want to stop and come back, or, there's always technical glitches here and there. So again, try to do it in a Word document, save it, and then copy and paste.